What's going on, y'all? It's your favorite businessman, CEO Rico, on ceoricotv.com. So today we about to review situation with Cassie and Diddy. I know y'all remember that, the whole Diddy trial. Remember Cassie was on there. Remember she ran away with a bag, $30 million, 10 mil from the hotel, 20 mil from Diddy. Now, since that whole situation went crazy, it was a dude, I forgot his name, but he was actually in court, and he's the dude that was part of the freak offs and that was regularly engaging with Cassie. Now, he is on the Art of the Dialogue. Shout out to the Art of the Dialogue. I actually like their content. I watch it from time to time, and they're doing an interview with my mans. So we about to actually get into it because he's going to tell a completely different side of the whole story that actually kind of opens up and explains it to everybody. Let's get into it.
And Cassie would tell you to come in here, right?
Oh yeah. The first time we had unprotected sex was definitely Cassie. Again, bro, like I'm trying to use the right word to respect your platform, but I was smashing her, bro. I was putting that twerking. Yeah, like it's not, it's bad to say, but it's kind of obvious. She's a beautiful woman. A heterosexual man, it takes no effort to do what you got to do with that woman. So I would go in there, bro, and I'm making love to her like it's the last day on earth, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm going in on her. We are the first time we had unprotected sex actually is the first time she drugged me with ecstasy. We probably had been seeing each other for maybe I want to say 2 years, and they would put me through it, bro. Like I would go to these encounters and I would be up for like a day and a half, and bro, I would be hurting because I wasn't taking drugs with them. I was an athlete. I ran 5 miles a day. I was a constant like workout enthusiast. I don't got time to be doing all them rock star drugs. And besides, I'm not in the music industry. You know, the music industry is a rock star lifestyle. This is how they live. I don't live like that. So I remember asking Cassie, like, what do you take to stay up like this? Like, cause I'll be with you for days and you've got the same energy like you had in the morning when I got here. So I remember she looks at me and she says, I was hoping you would ask. Hold on a second. She goes into the room. She comes out quick. She shows me like a purple e-pill, thick e-pill too. And I said, what's that? She said, it's ecstasy. She starts breaking it down to me. And I'll be honest, at first I was resistant. I'm like, nah, don't take that. I'm good. But it's like what they say. Most men who do hard drugs, a woman introduces them to them. A woman opens you up to it under the promise of sex or something that's going to give you a benefit for trying this substance. And it's true. So basically, Cassie tells me that if I take this a little bit of this substance with her, the sex is going to be amazing. It's going to go from like 1 to a 10. And looking at her, how beautiful she was, how the great intercourse we were already having, it
He
was
was with it.
enticing to see like, wait a minute, it can get better than this? Really? I'm curious. So I don't like to take pills. I told her, like, all right, how am I?
Yo, just real quick, I just want to say this one thing. And I know a lot of times people think that when men have conversations in regards to like women and stuff, it's like, oh, you're misogynistic and all that bullshit. Really not. We just simply tell them the truth. Why is it that women are always the downfall to a man? Have y'all noticed that? I mean, we can use Diddy specifically. Mind you, very freaky dude. And when you listen to what he's about to explain, it kind of gives more insight into the whole situation, but it always seems the downfall to successful men, powerful men, whatever, is always through a woman. Always.
Supposed to take this? She says, hold on, I'll crush it up for you and I'll put like a half or a quarter of it in the drink. So she gives me this drink. I drink the drink, and she did not lie, bro. Within like 30 minutes, my entire body was alive. Like I could feel every nerve ending. Me and
He
this girl
hooked.
ended up having sex for like 3 days when she gave me this time. During the course of this sex, I believe it was sometime during the night, we were involved in the encounter. So, I'm stroking her. It's hot. She's into it. She pushes my abdomen up, reaches, rolls off the condom, and pulls me in her real quick, bro. Like, you
Whoa.
date women. I'm pretty sure you've been in a situation where shorty hit you with the wham real quick before you knew it. You in her. You don't know what the hell is going on, but it's so good you don't come out because you know, like we know how we are as men. Once you get inside like that, it weakens it. It's like kryptonite to a man. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of like fell into it
He's speaking facts, dog.
because it was a totally different sensation. I'm high off this ecstasy. It's like, wow, I done fell
Yeah.
into heaven all of a sudden. So me and her kind of forget Puff is even there.
And it's a huge difference from when you got the rubber on and when that baby come off. Man.
And we're just going at it, slow, deep strokes. And what snapped me back into the encounter was Diddy himself actually asking Casky specifically, like, yo, you fucking him raw now? Whoop. Both of us look up. She's looking me in the eye. I'm looking at her like, I'm waiting for her to say something because this is your dude and it was your idea. So what you waiting for me to say something?
Bro, listen, just that simple encounter is so crazy. Like, you smashing another dude's woman. Well, you know, he cool with it, but it's still the fact of like he's there, and it's like you in the middle of bam, 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 and then you smashing him raw. You like, whoa, shit! It make you snap back to reality, like yo nigga, yo dude right here, like what's up? That situation is crazy. Let's continue.
She tells him like, oh, you know, I checked this paperwork. It's all good. And that bothered me because, you know, I still thought they were in a monogamous relationship. So immediately to me, someone with some intelligence, the first red flag was, why would this woman lie to her man
Right.
about seeing my STD results? The hell with that.
Facts.
No. I jump up. I say, yo, man, listen, check this out. I do have clean test results. I can pull them up on my phone. Can she pull hers up? He said, I thought she seen it already. I said, I ain't show her nothing, but I want to show you because I want to see her and I want to do this right.
Hey, but peep though, just bringing that and take that into the whole court case and all like that. Some lying ass people. That is so crazy. Lying ass people. Cassie.
And Diddy's a man. Diddy's cool. He said, you know something, bro? I respect you telling the truth. He was mad at Cassie, but he was so into the freak off and we was going so like hot and heavy, he didn't want us to stop. So he tells her to show me her results. She shows me her results. I log in. I think it was Quest Diagnostics I was using at the time. I showed them my results, and this is how the freak offs continue. Now, the next encounter, because, you know, like I was high, I had unprotected sex with this girl. I was super nervous when I left. Like, damn, I probably caught everything in the
Damn.
book. So I go and immediately get an STD
That's
test.
crazy.
And it does come at back clean. So the next time I see Cassie, you know, I'd rather be safe rather than sorry. I pull out a condom. She says, you know, what's up? And I said, you know, we never know what could happen. I know you said you're on the pill. I got a girlfriend, no, we got to be careful. She says, all right. Diddy sees the condom. He said, yo, bro, what's that for? Like, you already done had sex with a raw. You really want to put a condom on? I said, yeah, you know, I got a girlfriend and we got to be careful. So Cassie throws the ball on me. Like, you know, I didn't have a problem without the condom. He wants the condom. So now she throws me under the bus and puts it on me. Diddy comes back at me like, yo, bro, you don't think my girl's JJ clean? Like, what's wrong with you? I done blessed you and let you hit raw already. And now you're going to reject it. She's looking at me.
This is
He's looking at me.
crazy.
Peer pressure is real, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, the test came back clean. All right, Clay, you know what? What you got to lose? Because the ball's in your court. They putting you under pressure. And I really needed the situation at the time. So I didn't want to mess it up. So I went with it.
Wow. And she forced you to
Damn.
have sex with her before, right? While she was on her period? She put hands on you?
No, she didn't put hands on me. She forced herself on me. But that's a difficult story, but it's not too hard to tell once you understand what happened. She calls me for one encounter. I can't remember the exact year right now, but I remember.
I ain't gonna lie. So listening to this and then hearing like so many other different stories that have coming out in regards to like Cassie, Diddy, and the whole situation, bro, people are into some wild stuff. Now, for anybody that don't know, I actually did have an adult toy business where we did adult toy parties. Sold adult toys. We was down at a big event a few years ago, a Pride event, selling products, stuff like that. So I know people firsthand that they into some wild stuff because I sold them the actual things, right? But it's like sometimes when you hear it coming from another person, like they actually expressing and telling their stories, you just sit back and you be like, damn, bro, like people really be doing some wild shit out here.
Remember, it was cold. And it was my anniversary with the girlfriend I was dating at the time. So, I was like unavailable for the weekend. So Cassie happens to call me this weekend. She's like, yo, are you available? Come to LA. I'm like, baby, I can't. It's my anniversary with my real girlfriend. This is my real life. I got to stay here. She flips on me. What the hell are you talking about? We made a deal a couple of years ago that you were exclusively for me. This is monogamous. You're supposed to be available when I call you. She's pissed. So I'm confused, bro, because you got a whole man. What the hell are you mad at me for going in with my girlfriend that you know about, that I've been dating 4 or 5 years? She doesn't care anything about that. She's cursing at me. She's rude. She's like, yo, basically, if you don't come, we're done. We're done. And I was shocked by that. So she hung up on me. I think, you know what? Let me call Diddy. Tell Diddy what time it is. He's a man. He got a woman. He might respect my situation enough.
Don't that just sound so crazy? Let me call. Listen, Shorty mad at me, so let me call her dude and explain to her dude the situation on why his woman is mad at me because I won't come see her. That is the wildest shit ever, dog. Like, it's just listening to it. You just be like, dog, like, seriously?
To let me come in the morning and at least let me spend tonight with my chick. I called Diddy up. I explained the situation, and he totally agrees with me. He says, let me talk to him. So he hangs up.
He sound
calls
like
me
cool
back maybe
dude.
5 minutes later. He said, bro, she not trying to hear that. If you don't get on this plane, she never going to call you again. Now, the truth is, they paid me so well. They paid my mortgage when I went to see them for like 2-3 months every time I see them. So it made sense for me to go because of the economic reliance I had on what they were doing for me. So I go out there to see her. I get there maybe 12 o'clock.
Well, him simply explaining that one part, that's one thing where it's like, as a man, bro, you cannot let anybody have full control over your financial situation. Like, don't get me wrong, when something is good, it's smooth, you be like, all right, bet, it's extra bread, what I'm saying? It's the bag or whatever. But to have a motherfucker basically tell you, you either do this or I ain't fucking with you no more, and it's like, man, if I don't rock with them, then I'm losing out on a significant amount and it's gonna heavily affect my life. It's like, as a man, bro, like that's something that is devastating because it's like, dog, like what the fuck? So it's like I have to go do it even though I don't want to. I know for me, it's like I don't like my options being taken away in no way, shape, or form. And that's why I try my best to like always keep more than one revenue source moving at one time. That way, if one was to go away, I'm still perfectly fine. It's like my life don't change. That is like one of the definitions, like making you like a boss. You feel what I'm saying? Like, can't nobody come mess up your bag no matter what they do, because it's like, without you, I still got a whole bunch of other motion going on.
1 o'clock in the morning. I remember I got there late. And when I finally got into the suite after all the delays, normally when I enter the freak off, it would be a bunch of little tea candle lights all over the suites because these were really nice suites, bro. These were like duplex suites. They were like 5-star apartments in these hotels, these suites in the Beverly Hills Hotel, and etc. Diddy and Cassie took a lot of time to set up for these freak offs. Like, there would be platters of baby oil, one platter of baby oil, Astroglide. There might be another platter of Ciroc, De Leon, champagne, water. The blankets would be covering the couch to prevent from accidentally damaging the furniture with baby oil. The tea candles would be all around again. So, there was like a romantic ambiance to it, a sexual ambiance to the room. There was a vibe, if you want to call it. This is the only time I saw them in 8 years. There was no vibe in the room. It was dark. There was comforters over the couch, but I remember the living room drapes were completely drawn, so you couldn't see anything. So now when I walk into this room, it's dark and Diddy's in there and he just has one candle covering his face. And he's like, yo, man, she mad at you, but y'all make up, but she mad at you.
This
I'm
shit
like,
is
all right,
wild.
whatever. Cassie comes into the bedroom. She don't even talk to me. So I'm trying to, but at this point I had like 4 or 5 years and I'm a gentleman. I'm a charmer. I try to charm her. I'm like, yo, you really mad at me for being with my girlfriend? I'm like, how you mad at me, baby? Like, you know I got a girlfriend. I can't shit on my girlfriend. That's my real life. She's like ignoring me. Diddy's actually trying to talk to her like, yo, babe, you know he got a girlfriend. Like, you got a man. What you really so mad for? So I guess when he said that, she kind of realized she was playing herself. And she's like, you know, whatever. And I'm like, all right, so you mad? I try to give her a hug. And, you know, she gives me the hug back. And I can smell the alcohol on her. So I know she's drunk because I can smell it. She pushes me on the couch. All right. She starts kissing me, whatever. I'm thinking she's just drunk. She's horny. She's ready to go like women sometimes are. You know, a woman can get so drunk they become sexually aggressive. This is what I'm thinking she's doing. So she pushes me on the couch. She's kissing me. She's rubbing my chest. She gets my shirt off. She gets me to stand up. She gets my pants off. And at first it felt pretty good. It was like, oh crap, she's taking you. This is what's up. All right, bet, you know? But after a couple of seconds, it just started to feel weird because she was too aggressive, and she was never aggressive like this. Diddy controlled the pace. If he thought we was going too fast, if he thought it was too much lust involved, you know, he would be like, slow down. But this time he didn't say anything. So she's continuing to do this, and the faster and faster she's.
Hey, how do you even get a hard on with a nigga in the room? Like, yeah, no, slow down, speed it up. All right, hold on, y'all going way too fast. Hold on, let me put my leg right here. Yeah, baby, just like that. Yeah, like it's like nigga, it's like bro, you watching me, but I guess because it was a bag involved for him, it was I don't know. I guess he felt like a porn star, maybe. I don't know, man. That's a wild situation.
Going, the more and more it's feeling uncomfortable. So now I start to tell her, you know, like, hold on, wait, let me see what's going on. She's not trying to hear that. She pins me with her hips around the couch, and she's kissing me. She throws her tongue in my mouth. Like, she's really passionate, and I can taste the alcohol on her tongue. Finally, she kind of like jumps up. She grabs my manhood and she like sits on it quick. You know, she's already wet from what I think. So it goes in. We start having sex, whatever. You know, as a man, when you're inside of a woman, it really doesn't, I can't say it doesn't matter how it feels, but it's a different feeling. It's kind of debilitating. Let's just be honest as men. It's a little debilitating. It's kind of like kryptonite. So I want to get up, but I can't because I'm actually having sex. And it's like, oh my God, wait a minute. I want to get up, but I can't. So she comes quick. Oh my God, she comes. When she comes, I feel her body weaken. So I take her, push her off, roll over, and they had some touch lamps, I remember, to the left of me on the nightstand, and I touched the touch lamp 3 times real quick. Yo, bro, it's
Before he even say what he about to say, I think I may experience what he's about to explain once in my life, and there's definitely a difference in the feeling. So I honestly, and it was not on purpose, because your mans do not run red lights at all, okay? But I think he felt a difference, and that's why he was like, yo, let me turn this damn light on to see what's going on. I think that's what really happened. But let's continue.
blood everywhere, blood on the sheets, blood on the floor underneath me, darkened blood stains in my lap. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm looking at her like, yo, what the hell? And she pretends like, oh my God, I didn't know I had my period. It must have just came. But the way she said it and the smirk on her face, I said, yo, she lying. So I got pissed. I'm like, yo, you did that to me on purpose? So normally when they saw me, I'm a gentleman. I'm professional speaking. I talk kind of like a white guy. They saw the black guy come out of me this day. Like, yo, you did that to me? Like, what the hell is wrong with you? So I start spazzing on her. Diddy sees me getting angry, and he stops it. He said, yo, bro, chill out. I said, nah, I ain't chilling out nothing, dude. You crazy? Look what she just did to me. And he said, you know what? Let me talk to her. She drunk, bro. Because she's basically in my face, like telling me, go F myself. Men have sex with women all the time. Like, what's the big deal? She's discounting the fact that she forced herself on me on her menstrual cycle, which is technically a sexual assault.
Hey, chat. Is that true? Is that really sexual assault? Because I've never heard that before. But if that is, she need to be charged. He should go charge her for some shit that happened all them years ago. Just like all these women doing the same fucking thing. He should go do the same thing. She got $30 million. She got a $30 million bag. Go get your bag, bruh.
Diddy goes in the room. They may be in there for 2 or 3 minutes. He comes back out, and he looks me directly in the face. He says, yo, bro, listen, I'm sorry. He said she knew she was on her period. She wanted to have sex. We just came back from an event. She's mad drunk. She's mad horny. He said, yo, bro, she should have told you and gave you the option to do that. She was wrong.
Hey, real quick. So my question now is, are they doing this because like does Diddy shit like not work? Or is just that's just his little kink? Do y'all know? Let me know if y'all know. Cause I'm not really like interested, like for real. It's just a question that popped up where it was like
So I look over at her and she's just sitting there like this against the wall, like leaning against the wall, but she's not saying anything. So I'm waiting for her to apologize, which she never does. Finally, he takes out a wad of money. He gives me the wad of money. He said, yo, man, accept this as my apology. We booked you a suite downstairs because they were in the Beverly Hills Hotel. He said, go take a shower, get some rest, let her sober up tomorrow. He said, yo, you know, y'all been doing this so long. I feel like y'all got your own relationship. So y'all shouldn't really mess it up because she's drunk and making a mistake. I had flew
this is wild.
for 5 hours to LA. I was exhausted. It's 2-3 o'clock in the morning, so there's no flights leaving LA. So
Hey, fuck. What does he tell his girl then? If he had to dip on their anniversary to go out here to the other shore, like what do we tell his chick? Like, cause that got to be some mad like how do you even frame that? Like what do you say?
I technically have to stay. I stay to the next morning. I think I get up like 7-8 o'clock. Cassie calls me around 10 o'clock and she tells me she's sorry. She was drunk. She knew she was on her period. She basically confirms the fact that she knew she was on her period. She was drunk and that she intentionally violated me because she was feeling a way about the fact that I wouldn't come to her instead of my girlfriend. Wow. So that's how she forced herself on me and sexually assaulted me because I never knew she was on her period. She never told me. And then when I actually find out, she tried to discount me, like the fact that I was offended because I felt insulted didn't matter because she was paying me for sex. And I guess she figured that I didn't matter as a person. And she knew, bro. Like, she totally knew she was on her period. She didn't even care. Like, she saw me pissed off. She didn't even care. She was like, so what?
Listen, yo, that is wild. Yo, so check it. I think you guys should definitely go over to the Art of the Dialogue and listen to the entire thing because it's definitely interesting. Seeing that definitely paints a completely different narrative and a perspective in regards to the whole Cassie situation because you know, and of course I'm not discounting what Diddy did because you know that video that surfaced, it definitely was out of pocket, but it also shows a whole completely different side that shows that Cassie is not this innocent victim like the news and every freaking woman who talks about it try to stipulate and make her out to be like she's just this victim. She, you know, he was grooming her and all this bullshit, and it really gets irritating at the end of the day because it's like, okay, at 18, you're classified as an adult. 21, you can drink. You can make decisions on what you want to do with your body. You can vote to put people in office to change laws and affect everybody's lives. But you're not old enough to make your own decisions. And if you do make your own decisions at an early age, you have the ability to later on say, oh, I was too young. I wasn't in the right mind. Oh, I was being groomed. Oh, he was older than me. He took advantage of me. But then you also will find out that you did certain things at said age range. And it's just like oh, well, get over it. It's like, okay, so which do you want to be treated as an adult? Do you not want to be treated as an adult? Like, where's the accountability? You know, the whole 100 women versus accountability. Accountability wins every single time. So, guys, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and I'll get at y'all later. Peace.